What'd you have to do? Take stuff out
Did you
there?
have to poop?
No, Gail's keys. Vito's running them up.
That's his job now, running keys up.
Yep.
It's a key party up there.
Hey, dude, you're talking about my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
You really fucking crossed the line.
I didn't mean to cross no line.
You know I'm joshing you, right?
Okay.
I thought that was a fucking hilarious joke. Look at the size of this fucking jellyfish on the Fox News. How many times they told that Vito to get the fucking TVs back to where they were before?
I'm gonna fucking...
I mean, do I ever say anything to this fucking kid that he listens to? And you protect him, seriously, like he was a fucking helpless baby. And that maybe is why he doesn't learn.
Everyone's got to start
This
learning.
would be like boot camp, and you're like the fucking instructor. You're like, no one fuck with my guys. I like them to sleep in. And I don't want to make a big deal about their beds. I want their beds to be comfortable.
That would be... See,
that's their place.
Put it that way, that's really bad. Because, that's not what a fucking boot camp instructor's supposed to do.
That should be your position in life. You should see yourself. Because you're saving their lives by teaching them things. You don't want them to end up as flat-footed as Earl Douglas is at his age.
No, that's actually a terrifying thought. And I want them to end up fucking shooting me in the head. In a bathroom somewhere.
I want you to write down... Earl's been back with us. How long now, Earl?
11 months.
All right, we're just about the year. I want you to give him a letter grade
Okay.
for his job over the year. And be honest.
Okay.
And Earl, I want you to write down your own letter grade.
All right. I have my letter grade for Earl.
Earl, let's see your letter grade now. If we were doing a self-grading class.
I wrote B minus.
B minus.
What the fuck?
Now, why would you give yourself a B minus?
I mean, I've getting this acclimated, getting back acclimated to the board came back quicker than I thought it would, but I still think I got a lot to kind of get.
So you say the reason that you caught onto the board very, very quickly, and then you're taking points off for what?
Just
'Cause it sounds like you're an A on your board work alone.
You know what? I'm gonna. Could I change my grade?
No, you gave yourself a B minus.
Because I was gonna go back to. I was going down to a C.
Okay.
No, you think you're a B minus. You don't think you're
He'll
a C.
talk himself into it out so fucking fast. All right, Chris, what do you give him?
D minus. The only reason it's not an F is because he can get us to break and make us come back and get us back from
He's
break.
great. He's very, very conscientious.
Yeah.
On the board.
Yes. And that is the only everything else failing, but that lifts him up.
What do you take points off for?
I take points off for coming in late a lot. I take off points for him needing to be reminded.
You got to remember something.
Yes.
In the islands, the fucking clock isn't a big
This ain't
deal.
island time, Ron. It's Manhattan.
Manhattan's an island.
It's Midtown Manhattan. He needs to be reminded constantly of things. Also, just the general annoyance that took off points. Like the fucking, it reminds me of the crab thing. Not the crab, the lobster thing really pissed me off. That took off points.
Well, because I have a personal preference that I don't want to eat at my own speed. That's why.
Yes, that's why, Earl.
Most people are not judged on their work performance by how they eat.
Well, it annoyed me so much that it affected my work performance. So that's taking
That's
points
on
off.
you. That's not my fault.
No, it is your fault because you were lying about lobster.
I wasn't lying about. I ate
Why
the
are we
thing.
back to lobster?
Why are we
Sorry.
back to
Okay.
this?
It's a full,
Next.
lobster is not part of his job
Next,
description.
he also steals answers from people as soon as he hears them and then repeats them. That happens.
what?
One time we were talking about comedians and Vito said Chris DiStefano and then you asked Earl, so what do you think? He says Chris DiStefano. And he also does it multiple times with Gail.
Chris is
and also
a great comedian.
Also, yeah, he is a great
I
comedian.
don't mind hearing his name quite a bit.
Love him. Let's see what else. Oh, Earl's constant snacking. He sends interns to get snacks for him while the show's
when
on.
that's happened, get me a fucking snack too.
Well, the first thing I say is take care of the room first. Take care of you and
Set it
Gail
up.
and everyone
Don't
else.
fucking even ask me. Just surprise me like with
No,
a fun snack.
I always say make sure everyone in the room is taken
You know
care
what
of,
would be nice?
and then
Earl, I'm sitting in here and I look up and I go, garlic knots? That's fucking
Oh,
sounds fantastic.
shit. I would love a garlic
buttery,
knot.
It's buttery and garlicky. I mean, wouldn't that be like a fun thing?
That'd
Or
be the
maybe I just look up and there's a plate of chicken wings, and you're like, "Shh, that's for you."
Earl, see if you did that you're moving up to maybe you're moving up to a C minus, or maybe a D plus.
What about the fact that every time I try to give him a project, the project belongs to you and Earl? It seems like it's a bicycle built for two.
Well, because I feel like I need to guide Earl, and certain things I have to constantly.
So you gave him a D minus. What would you give Vito?
I give Vito a B.
Really?
I give Vito a B.
Now I know I can't trust you.
You could definitely trust me.
What is that B based on?
He does. He also handles a lot of things Earl does. So he has to take some things on from Earl that brings him down, and then also it's more negative against Earl. There was a problem with the replay yesterday. Vito asked him to do something, and then Earl didn't do it at all.
I didn't know this.
What? I didn't know. Wait, what are we talking about here?
You had to just cut dead air off the segments so that no dead air goes out over the air, and then so everything's fine. He had to redo that. It took him twice as long to take care of his look.
Well, let me get in a word. And at one point with one of the segments, we did have a problem saving the segment down, and I addressed it to him. I said, "Hey, we had a problem with the save down." I let him know what was going on, and rather than lose the entire segment,
Vito, come on in here.
Come in, Vito.
Matt, you're seeing us at our worst. And you know why? A lot of this comes because there's just too much fucking paper.
Oh,
There's just way too much paper.
that's what I'm thinking about right now.
Come on in. Have a seat over here. I want you to tell us what this Earl problem was about from yesterday.
All right, so for the past month or so, I've been asking Earl to save the file for me when he's sitting there of the show.
Mm-hmm. And sitting there or shitting there?
Might as well be shitting.
And every time he saves it, but with massive amounts of dead air before and after the segment.
Why, Earl?
Vito, you told me this yesterday.
That's not true, Earl. You forget a lot of shit, dude.
Yesterday. You said this yesterday.
Earl, you forget a lot of stuff.
I don't
and then you
forget-
act like you never heard it in the
You
first
said
place.
it yesterday, Vito.
No, yesterday was the first day you remembered to do it.
No, yesterday was the first time you said it.
No, yesterday was the first day you remembered to do it. I don't know why I'd want to file with dead air all over it.
All right, so what
And
did
then
you do?
so yesterday he starts doing it, but he still has 10 seconds of dead air in the beginning and end, which I just don't understand why he wouldn't just delete all of it. It's really frustrating. And then when I'm loading the show, I realize, wait, what's that little bit? What's that little tiny bit? Oh, that's dead air that Earl fucked up with.
You
Oh,
told
I don't like to hear this. I mean, Chris gave you, what did you give him?
D minus.
And that's, I mean, let's face it, that's failing. I know
It is failing.
You think you're going to eke your way into a diploma, Earl, but not with a fucking D minus. You gave yourself what?
Myself, I
What-
give
Oh, wait, we didn't give yourself. You gave Vito what?
a B. I gave.
Wow, Vito, congratulations.
Big baller.
And he said a lot of it had to do with the work that you're doing for Earl. Now, what would you give Chris if you had to give him a letter grade right now? Be honest.
Probably a D minus.
That's so fucked up. What the fuck? Come on, man.
Can I tell you something? It looks like August is going to be summer school for you.
I don't want to go back to
You're
summer
not
school.
going to the Montreal thing with a D minus. I can't put you on the plane with the other members of the team.
This is so fucked up.
You're not going to be with the travel team.
Oh no. That's all I want.
And what would you give Earl?
Chris is a D minus. Incomplete.
Wow.
He should
you
get
gonna
failing
go?
if I'm fucking D minus.
I thought it would have been funny if you would have given him a C.
Personality and cleanliness, like C.
Who? Chris?
No, Earl.
Oh, Earl.
Oh, no,
yeah.
this is, the bell curve.
Yeah, if we were doing this
Oh,
just
no.
based on that, we'd be in big trouble with every day wears the same shirt. It's a bigger problem in the summer than it is in the winter.
It's true. It's true.
A D minus you got from Vito.
This is so fucked up.
Now, I'm going to hand these grades in to Jim, too. Why? I was going to say I had the guys grade themselves.
These are very subjective grading here.
I don't think so. What did you give yourself, Earl? B minus?
I said B- and I changed to a C.
Yeah.
It's a B-.
I think it's a
That's
C.
what you really
You
think.
know how messy it looks when someone goes in and changes
Looks
something?
like shit.
It looks terrible. I just rather hurt the kids' feelings. Well, this is bad news for the
Yeah.
Bennington crew.
2 out of 3 producers are basically failing.
2 out of 3 are bad.
B's on a roll in some
I am
schools.
excited to hear that. Earl, what would you give Vito? Because Chris gave him a B.
I would agree. A B.
A B.
I would agree.
He just gave you an incomplete. You should at least do something out of spite.
I'm being honest. I'm not doing it out of spite. I'm being completely honest.
The only fucking time you
I
throw
respect
spider.
that.
No.
I respect that.
I
Earl.
was the
I'm being
last
a
person to say mean things about him, so if it was spite.
I'm trying to remain professional here, and I'm giving him a B.
Yeah, and Chris isn't professional, I guess.
I'm so much more professional than Earl. That's bullshit.
I didn't say you weren't. I'm just saying I'm
Yes, you
me.
You're fucking
I'm not
gaslighting me.
I'm not doing spite. I'm not doing anything out of it. I'm just
Earl's
saying.
gaslighting all of us.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
something
not
going on in his
gaslighting anybody.
That's
I'm
what a
being
gaslighter would
honest.
say.
I don't feel gaslit. I'm
That-
gonna be totally
that's how
honest.
good that
I
he
feel
is.
fucking normal.
Earl wears a suit to work, and you wear what you wear. So if you want to talk about,
Here's another thing fucking that just drives me nuts with Earl. The only time he takes his jacket off during the entire day is when he sets up the studio like he's doing hard fucking labor.
No, the jacket gets caught in the because I've torn 2 jackets with the jacket getting caught in the door.
you tore 2 jackets.
Take that to a tailor and then give the receipts to us. We'd love to pay for him.
He's lying again. He's
I'm not
told
lying
me-
because it
he's
gets
told me
caught
he
in the
tore
shit. It
he-
gets caught in the door and it gets caught in
Earl,
the seat.
you've said
it gets
the
tied
door-
up in
you've
this
said the
chair
door every
all
time.
the time.
Let's not talk over each other. Let's be professional. Go ahead, Vito,
Earl
you
has
too.
said the door every other time except for today, and I've even heard him say to people who come in who comment on the little X's on his pocket, and he always says, "Gets caught on the door, man."
That's why, because I took the X's off of the other jacket.
But what I'm saying is, it's not when you're moving
Why do you
chairs
have
around.
X's on your jackets?
No, it's the little thread that when you buy a jacket, you're supposed to tear that off because it has this little kick to it. A little.
Steals
And
his
you
clothes
won't
off
do it.
mannequins.
I won't do it because it keeps getting caught in doors and it keeps getting caught in like these
Well,
computer
how would
chairs.
it get caught in the door by not fucking...
Ron, once he's doing setup, he's already in here. He doesn't need to worry about another door.
I'll tell you this, I'm drowning in paper. Drowning in it.
Paper's a problem. I understand.
I think it's causing most of the stress. From observing, I think
100%
that-
of the stress is coming from that. I think if we would Marie Kondo this thing,
Oh, I would love that.
yeah.
We want the good kind of paper, the scratch, not the bad kind of paper.
That's what reparations. We'll see if the reparations come through, Earl. Are you surprised Vito didn't have more respect for your work?
I'm not surprised because Vito's a prick. And I was being professional. I try to not be spiteful for once.
I can't
I'm
tell
not
who's
being
talking,
spiteful.
Earl or you.
It's
right
me.
now.
Rod, it's me. It's Chris Stanley.
You're the D- boy.
You're a dick. Vito's failing. Earl does all of
You
Vito's
can't
work.
change my what? I will say Chris did buy some air freshener for the office for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. 'cause
Dude, I had to come in here last night to do the bonfire, and he's sitting in that fucking messy office in the dark, and I just felt so fucking sad for him.
Now you know why I left a little earlier than
A
usual.
little
yeah.
earlier. You're out of here like this fucking night tomorrow.
4:45. He's out
Yeah.
of here. Rod.
It's
What?
like you got a fucking girlfriend.
Fucking check out.
It's a dark, smelly office that I don't like to be in at the end of the day. So
It was really depressing when I came in, and then he was like, "Hey, Ron, listen, here's some things I want you to take, some prep work to take up to Canada." I'm like, "Chris, you really don't need to worry about that now." And I go, "Why are you still here?" And he's like, "I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go." He was like mayonnaise that fucking time.
he only puts the light on sometimes when he eats. That's the only time the light.
Sometimes when he eats.
And it's only the one light above
What's he
his
normally
desk.
eating?
I mean, like 9 out of 10 times it's Chipotle. He's left behind the Toasties tuna sandwich. It's mostly a Chipotle situation.
No, last week I picked up the tuna again.
You did? I didn't
Yeah.
even notice.
I see a lot more tuna.
Earl's
than you know.
Earl's the Subway guy. He loves Subway
What do
sandwich.
you get
Chef.
from
The
Subway?
amount
Turkey?
the amount of Subway he eats.
I get salami provolone or I get the meatball hero.
You'll be a meatball hero. Got stars in his eyes. Earl's a meatball hero. I don't know, Earl. I don't know what's going on with you right now. I mean, I really expected you to come back gangbusters.
No, I mean 9 years is a long time. I'm still trying to get going, and
you know what it looks like though? It's like you don't have the passion for it.
I totally have the passion for it. I'm absolutely thrilled to be back on the air and back with you guys and all of that stuff that it's attached to. I love radio.
You would be producing a segment or a show. I said to the guys, I go, watch Earl. I go, he's the fucking best in the business. He got a big fucking round of applause the other night to Stan.
Yeah, that was very, very, very flattering.
You never understood how fucking beloved you are.
Yeah, and that's a problem. I think I never kind of absorbed. I think people really like me.
They do. Here's what I want to do. I want to take you over and do the East Side Dave show, just me and you.
No.
You won't go back.
Just do it, Earl.
Come on, man. Maybe you'll get bumped up to a C.
Like, no.
I think you're going to be surprised how glad Dave is to see you.
And I'm pretty sure he will, but I just
You loved seeing Ben Sparks the other night.
That was very surprising. Slightly, well, it was slightly awkward.
You guys used to be best friends.
He was like a brother to me. He really was.
What happened?
Well,
Did you sleep with one of your lovers?
No.
Earl.
What happened between you two?
Well, I mean,
Was it private?
yeah, very much so.
Okay.
I mean, it's old, but it's private.
But yeah, keep it private if it's private.
Did you pull a gun on him?
You
God,
put the
no.
gun on him, you're out of fucking line. Right? That's a fucking felony,
That's
dude.
exactly. That's why I wouldn't do it.
What was it, a knife?
Oh, it wasn't a knife, too.
What did you try to kill him with?
No, I didn't try to kill anybody.
Then just tell us what happened. Guys.
Anything less than that's fine.
Did you steal shit from him like you did with me?
No, I didn't steal anything from anybody.
You're stealing from Ron now?
You went through my fucking wallet.
What the fuck, girl?
What's wrong with you?
You're out of control, F.
Come on, I didn't let him change your grade. I'm not going to let you change
For
your grade.
stealing from you, Ron, F.
No, it's staying where it started.
I wish you would have told me this
All
beforehand.
B's for Vito. You're the one that wouldn't let him go down to a fucking C. You invented this. Chris, you feel like you're beloved in the business?
I don't know. I just feel like I try to do a good job. That's all.
I think that you're beloved in the business. Vito was beloved, then he lost that weight.
Yeah. He's alienated now.
Everybody loved fucking Fat Vito.
Fat Vito was a treat to be around.
Yeah, you were the friend of a friend of a friend.
Now I'm just this fucking skinny mess. Not even skinny, just like not obese mess.
Now you're skinny.
Thank you.
You're fucking thin. You're a bone rack. You're just a fucking rack of bones. A bee, too.
Yeah, B-boy.
Fucking killer bees. B. Brian Blair. And I forgot who the other bee was.
It's Jumpin' Jim Brunzell.
Oh, good, Earl.
Wow.
Good one.
Looks like you're moving
Earl,
up
help
to it.
yourself. You know what? Help yourself through my wallet real quick. I'll give you fucking 8 seconds in my wallet. It'll be like one of those fucking machines where the money and whatever you can grab. We should have one in the corner anyway.
Oh, I would yeah. I'm going to look into
That
that.
would be amazing.
Yeah. And then when we're fucking mad, like somebody's done a bad job, we'll just fill it with bees.
Oh,
You gotta
good.
be in there just swinging. You gotta stay. Why isn't this a fucking game show? Bee Tank. I think people would love to watch Bee Tank.
Yeah.
Or maybe Tick Tank. Or it's just ticks.
What is exciting about a tick? They fall.
They eat wood. They don't eat fucking people. Oh, I'm thinking about termites.
You thought fucking ticks. You're like, I'm worried my end table might have fucking deer tick on it.
I think if we filled a tank full with ticks up to a person's neck, I think people would want to watch that.
I'd rather put bees in there.
Maybe they'll get Lyme
Here's
disease.
the thing. What about this as a fucking game show, right? We just call it fucking, Bee Tank.
Okay.
And we'll take a fucking man and woman in there together. They're fucking having sex. And we set the bees loose while it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't get out until both of you come.
shit.
How is anyone going to concentrate enough, man?
You gotta fucking focus, dude. I blows you're answering questions.
Oh no.
You Fraxter like trips and stuff.
About each other or just trivia?
No, just trivia. You know?
Okay.
Like, what's the capital of Uruguay? Whatever the fuck we want to do.
Shit. Are they the bees from the bees in your neighborhood?
Oh, because of the whole thing
Yeah.
that they say about the honey and all that?
They should be foreign bees.
We're not making fucking honey up, you know?
Also, if you get a question wrong, they should release more bees into the tag. I want. There should be
Chris-
stakes here.
Chris, that goes without saying. We're going to up. Like, the first question you missed, there's just one bee in there. Next question, 10 bees.
Oh, fuck.
Next question, 100 bees.
It's over, man. I don't think anyone's coming. I mean, the frustration of the first person who comes.
Here's what I would think would be exciting, too, would get more people to tune in.
Yeah.
I mean, the sex is going to do it.
Sure.
But it'll be all different kind of bees. So those bees might even be fighting each other.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
This is chaos.
And occasionally, just the fucking Chinese star that we got in there with AIDS blood on it.
No.
Yeah. Earl, you got a lot of fucking network connections. Make this happen. Hey, Chris, could I get a plug for the Montreal, or am I on your fucking bad side?
No, you're on my
Since
best
you're
side.
fucking at a D minus.
I mean, you didn't give me that grade. One Floor Over the Comedy Club, Addictions and Compulsions of Stand-Up Comedians. It's happening Friday, July 26th, 4 p.m. at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. On the panel, Robert Kelly, Rich Voss, Joe List, Emma Woman, and Miss Pat. Ron's hosting. Go to theinterrobang.com for tickets, for free tickets to One Floor Over the Comedy Club, Addictions and Compulsions of Stand-Up Comedians.
Do you think it's a little mean to call it One Floor Over the Comedy Club? Like,
think so.
they're crazy? These are people that are also crazy.
I guess some people could take it that way. I don't.
I'm talking about only the panel would take it that way.
I don't think so. I think that's all.
Miss Pat might be, you know, as funny as they get. Ari Shafir fucking loves her. Everyone loves Emma Woman.
Yeah. she's
Emma
beloved.
Woman, I've seen her do shows, and I think to myself, she could leave with any man or woman in that audience.
Yeah. She has crazy charisma.
Joe List, hottest young comedian out there today.
Mm-hmm.
Rich Voss, second hottest young comedian out there
Oh, yeah.
today. He's got a lot of fucking weird compulsions and anxiety. I know before he travels, he just thinks about all the worst shit that could happen.
He's also, it goes to doctors, right? Like, even when he's like on the road.
When he's on the road, he ends up at the emergency ward in the hospital because he always thinks he's having a heart attack. So he goes, he was asking me about this thing that you can get for your phone. They'll let you know whether you're having a heart attack.
Fuck.
I'm like, why do you want to do that? And he goes, so you don't have to go to the emergency room. Because his thing is, he gets in his head, he's so far away from home that if he has a heart attack here, it's a terrible thing.
I think that's almost worse than just having the heart attack, getting it out of the way, than just constantly going to the
Get
emergency
it out of the
room.
way. They kill you too, dude. You don't get it out.
But I
of
mean,
the
if you're
way.
spending all your time in the emergency room, no matter
Yeah,
where
it's
you
bad.
are or where you're going.
You'd be so bad at like Deal or No Deal if these were the just the
Jesus Christ. he's
Why so
judgmental.
harsh, bro?
Because you're like, I'll take the heart attack now. For the...
Can I tell you something, Chris?
Yes.
I love you, but you don't have the respect of your peers.
And that, that's gonna. I'm gonna have to work on.
You know
that.
who does have the respect of his peers?
Who's that?
Earl Douglas.
I give him a D minus, man.
That low?
Yeah, it should be an F.
What did you give him? All
I gave him an incomplete.
right, so he can actually change that to any letter grade if
That's
he
true.
picks up on it. Yeah.
He's not.
And Earl, what did you give yourself before you changed?
B minus.
B minus.
But I really wanted to see.
That's what he really thinks he is, though. A B minus.
I'm,
What's up?
like I said, I'm really, 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 really trying. I'm trying, and I'm trying, and I'm trying.
Earl, did you feel terrible when you found out that Lily got married?
No, I felt, it felt great.
Did you write back, girl, I heard you're getting married. Heard you're getting married. You know that's not my style. All right. Does anybody know the name of the band who did that? If you're a New Yorker, you should know the name of this band. It's a New York landmark. Vito, you can win, or you're getting in the Barrel Bees.
Shit, the B tank.
Yeah,
The Bee Gees.
the Bee Gees. You think that's a New York landmark? Chris, what do you have?
The Four Tops.
Okay, that's not a landmark. None of these are landmarks. Matt, what do you have?
The Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty. No, but at least you're trying. And Earl?
I'm going to say, I'm probably getting the first part of this wrong. Johnny Maestro on the Brooklyn Bridge.
It's just Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.